From the streets to the studio, from crisis to recovery, from awareness to action. Ask the Messengers. We bring you real talk about public health, addiction and recovery, and the issues that matter most in our communities. The message is hope. The message is change. Ask the Messengers begins now. Today on Ask the Messengers, we bring you coverage around town featuring Detroit Housing's press conference that highlighted the plans for the Villages of Parkside, a public housing community located on Detroit's east side. Plus, an interview with filmmaker Teddy Van Gogh from our author series with Kimberly E. Mallory. And another conversation on bullying with MJ, a 13-year-old student at Carlton Middle School located in Sterling Heights.
We are here at the Villages at Parkside, and it's been amazing what he's done in this District 4, which is my district. To be honest with you, it's just the jobs that you've created with the Lear plant and now this new affordable housing. You know, this is changing things, and the fact that you're doing this, and the people are concerned because they think you're on your way out, but you're still working.
Well, there's going to be 480 new units built here that are going to be beautiful over the next 5 or 6 years, kicking off this fall. And for the longtime tenants, they'll get to be able to move into the new units first. Then we'll knock down their old units and just keep right on building. It's a great day.
It's amazing what you've done because you thought about the residents first, and you have been doing that. You've come full circle now. You started there at the Samaritan building. You're across the street. I mean, can you tell us a little bit about the campaign coming up?
I think back to when I kicked off the campaign in 2013 at the Samaritan Center across the street and driving through Chandler Park, which was run down, Parkside, which was in terrible shape. And now, of course, we've rebuilt Chandler Park beautifully with the soccer fields and the football field and the tennis courts and now the new recreation center. And now we're going to have this neighborhood completely rebuilt. It's very exciting.
You're changing the quality of life. What can you tell our viewers? Obviously, you've done so much at the level of mayor, and now you're obviously going to help the state of Michigan even more. What can you tell our viewers a little bit about your campaign coming up?
Well, here's what I'd say is this, that the city of Detroit has a $2 billion budget, and we can do a lot. The state of Michigan has an $80 billion budget. If we can prioritize the state the way we prioritize the city, there's no limit to what we can do.
Now, going forward, for the governorship here, our viewers may be a little bit nervous. It's kind of bittersweet because we know all the things that you've done here in our city. We know you won't forget about us.
No, I won't be far away.
You won't be far away. Thank you so much, Mayor. Obviously, I am here. I'm a resident of District 4. This right here is my city council member. What can you tell our viewers real quick about the project that's happening? Real quick.
Absolutely. So this is Parkside. It is a Detroit Housing Commission project. It has been actually the only projects in the district. And so today we have the developers that are here sharing information about some federal funding that they received in order for them to rehabilitate, and not even rehabilitate, to rebuild over 200 units here at the Villages of Parkside. The greatest thing about that is it's phase 1. There are 6 phases in this project.
Wow.
And one of the phases actually gives residents an opportunity to become homeowners and to have additional units surrounding them that they can rent out so they can afford to pay the mortgage. So I'm really excited about this project.
I just want to say thank you for improving the quality of life here in District 4. People thought it was forgotten. And I just want to say thank you for never forgetting the residents and for always putting your best foot forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And this is a continued conversation that we have about District 4 because District 4 has the most vacant land than any other district. I actually hosted a developer summit last July, just really trying to connect developers to the land and opportunities in District 4 and connect them with incentives and programs that can help them to build in District 4.
And that's where we're at, people. This is Ask the Messengers TV show for the community. And this is Letitia Johnson for the residents of District 4. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tell our viewers a little bit about what's going on.
So the Villages of Parkside is currently a 300 plus unit development where only 100 families live here. And the remaining 200 units are functionally obsolete. And the city really said this is an area that needs to be changed. And so we were the fortunate development team to be selected to redevelop the entire 52 acres. And so we just recently were awarded money to start the phasing for Villages of Parkside. We're really excited about that. And now what the plan is to start on the vacant 13 acres, and then everybody moves out, and then we start to demolish all of these buildings, and then start to build new. So that's what we're doing.
I just want to say it's wonderful that you won the bid, number one, because you've been a part of this. You're putting your best foot forward. The fact that you're changing lives, though. The people that have been here that have never even, they were hoping for change. They didn't know if that hope was going to come to fruition.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
Well, listen, there's a lot of work to come. There's a lot to come, but this really marks a momentous moment for the residents. There was a time when we first met with the residents where they just didn't believe anybody. They didn't believe the city. They didn't believe the development team. They didn't believe anybody. But over the past year, in the 20 plus resident meetings, having them being involved in the design of the buildings, the layout of the buildings, it's really sparked momentum. And then just recently, we were awarded all of the funds to do phase 1, 2, and 3. And so we're really excited about that.
You guys, I am standing next to a great man here. We're here. Look, the Villages at Parkside, this isn't even his district, but he's always here. He's always in the community, and you can tell he has a heart for it. You know who he is, right? Mr. Dirthall. Tell our viewers a little bit about why you came.
Oh, no, because we've been supporting affordable housing since I've been on council.
Yep.
Prior to being on council, I was at the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, so housing has always been a passion of mine. But to see this coming to fruition today for our neighbors who have stuck and stayed here in the city of Detroit, it helps build hope for them, but it just warms your heart.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, to be a part of change, and you're going to continue to be a part of change. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek about this man right here. He is running for a new position, you all.
I'm running for mayor of the city of Detroit. We announced our candidacy. We're off and running and looking to push Detroit forward and continue its growth.
Now, I can't interview him enough because I want to know all the details. You know, all you community members, all you viewers, all you watchers, you're going to get the inside scoop. I'm going to have an interview with him later because there's so much more to say. There's so much that you're going to do for our community.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for coming on Ask the Messengers.
Thank you, Shamal. We appreciate you, and thank you for what you do getting the word out to our people.
Well, hello, everybody. Today I have an amazing guest with me. I'm just so excited. Y'all see me smiling like this. I'm so excited to have such a phenomenal young man with me today. I'm just going to allow him to just tell us a little bit about himself.
How are you feeling today? I love your smile, Miss Kim.
Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful in your blue. Yes, ma'am. So thank you for having me again. My name is Teddy Van Gogh. I am a film director, producer, cinematographer in the city of Detroit. My background is dominantly in sales and marketing, and then I made a transition into film maybe 5 years ago. So I bring a lot of different skill sets to the field. So my initial introduction was as a producer because I was able to couple all of those skill sets into one place. And then I fell in love with acting. And then I also, at that point, evolved into being a director. And that's how we get to where we are right now, speaking about directing your dreams, where I'm teaching people how to direct their own dreams and bring their own fantasies and bring their own wildest imagination to life.
Wow. And that is so awesome. You guys hear that? So he went from that to that, to that, to that. You may wonder, where do I even start? You know, and he just gave you just some little nuggets of how to even start. Now, Teddy has written a book, and you all know that I'm an author. You know, there's no sound in my screen. So I always love to showcase authors. He became a new author of the book and Direct Your Dreams, a practical guide to filmmaking. Now, you said that you became a director.
Yes,
Tell
ma'am.
the audience exactly what is a director? What do you do?
So the director is basically the general manager. If you're familiar with general managers of any company, any corporation, basically the director is the general manager. So I have my hands on any and everything responsible for creating the film, from development to pre-production to production to post-production, and then ultimately handing off to distribution and allow distribution to take the baton from there and let the race run. As a director, I'm responsible for developing what the taste and the style of the film is going to be. So what you see when you see the project, that's basically my style infused into that piece, into those visual arts. Now, I have a lot of teammates that I collaborate with, especially like a director of photography who is like the right-hand person of the director who's responsible for the visual style of the project. But my job is to oversee everything as a director and make sure everything runs smoothly, everybody's treated right, everybody has a great experience, and the objective is accomplished.
But let me just say this, and I know that this is about Teddy Van Gogh, but I have to throw this out here. He made my movie. He made my movie, you all. And what he did was he took my book, There's No Sound in My Screen, and he brought it to the big screen. He had written Silent Scream and brought it to the big screen, you guys. And now, as a matter of fact, I need everybody to get on Tubi because it is now on streaming on Tubi, Silent Scream. And you guys get to see some of his work. You know, a lot of people will talk about what it is that they can do. But how about this part? You can see his work when you watch Silent Scream. The man is so amazing. He had our whole cast just ran so smooth under the direction of Teddy Van Gogh. So, you know, he's doing some amazing things. You talked about Teddy, you know, bringing your creativity to life.
Right.
Can you tell the audience just a little bit about how does a person bring their creativity? How do you know if they even know they have creativity? What made you realize you had a creative side to you?
For me personally, I've always known it. Sorry about that. For me personally, I've always known it. I just didn't know how to express it always. So even in my book about the author section, I speak about the connection that I had with my cousin who used to be who is an artist, but used to be dominantly focused on being a visual artist. So I used to trace his work, you know, copy off of him and wanting to be like him a lot. And that was the original spark for me. But I always knew that there was something in me that wanted to speak outwardly. So at one point in time, I've pretty much tried every creative medium. I've made an album. I've written books. This is my first published book. Directing Your Dreams is my first published book. But I've been published as a poet. I used to win poetry contests back in the day when I was younger. The first book I ever wrote I was in 7th grade, I believe it was.
Wow.
First poetry contest, I was in the 7th grade that I won. And it kind of carried on from there. When I got to high school, I kind of got deterred a little bit because of family values that were, you know, put on me and kind of directed me in a different direction, which is how I ended up going the football route through high school and college, which was a phenomenal time in my life. I wouldn't be the man I am without those values that were instilled in me during that time. But going back to your question, I feel like the best way to express your creative is to identify that you are creative, because I feel like we all are creative in some way, in some fashion, to some degree, and be confident in what you are and who you are. Put the work in on yourself so that way you can be confident in that, creating whatever it is that you want to display to the world. We all have a story, and that's the basis of it. All of us have a story to tell. It's just about, hey, how do I tell the story? So Directing Your Dreams gives you a blueprint on how to actually tell the story. How to actually format a script, what the processes are, how do you market your product once you created it, all of those different things. And in the paperback book itself, I also give worksheets because I felt like that would be extremely beneficial to all filmmakers, because a lot of people don't know what a director's notebook is. A lot of people don't know the correct questions that you need to ask to break down a character appropriately and develop these characters. So I give you a little bit of those a couple of those worksheets, which I have a workbook connected to Directing Your Dreams also, so you can actually get a chance to get hands-on and develop these things.
So what I need for you to do, Teddy, for me right now, look directly into that camera.
Yeah.
I want you to give some words of encouragement for people that just may want to come and go in the direction that you're going into and they feel like giving up.
The biggest lesson that I've learned is it's easy to quit. It's very, very hard to keep pushing. But those that continue to push forward achieve what they seek out to achieve. So don't quit. The finish line is much, much closer than you think. And these are words that I even have to give to myself, because some days I don't feel like continuing to push through. Some days it's a bit harder for me. I'm human just like everybody else.
Right.
I'm no exception in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a person that continues to keep grinding and keep waking up every day and keep utilizing the opportunity that I have of breath in my body and not take that for granted. And I was once in a place where I did take that for granted, and I paid the price for that also. So now I'm in a much wiser space as I'm getting older, and I understand how precious every breath that I get a chance to take, because it's not guaranteed to all of us. It's not guaranteed to any of us. But if you have that opportunity, then you use it and you do what you can do with every single second of every single day.
Yeah.
Just keep pushing and don't quit.
This is Derek with Ask the Messengers TV show with another addition to our bullying segment. I have here with me MJ. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm 13. My favorite hobbies is football and shopping and swimming and camping.
Okay, camping. Well, that's new. I've never been camping before. What position you play in football?
Running back, receiver, slot, quarterback. I play everything on the offensive side.
Okay. All right. You any good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So again, this is our bullying segment. So what does the word bully mean to you?
It just means like it's not a good thing, but it's just it's people who just pick on people who's smaller than them because they can't, because they trying to release anger on other people, which is that's not good.
Okay, I agree. And have you ever witnessed bullying, or have you ever experienced it?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, both?
Oh, have I ever got bullied?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, no, but you've witnessed it.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, if you don't mind, if you're comfortable with it, you mind sharing anything like you've witnessed? You don't have to name any names or anything like that, or?
Yeah. It was one time. It was on the football field. It was the 3-play kids, people who don't get it a lot.
Yeah.
The whole team was well, not the whole team. Some people from the team was making fun of him, beating on him, and it wasn't a good sight to see.
So it's safe to say that bullying does happen in sports, in football.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. What do you think is the reason?
Sometimes it could be just because their ego. Sometimes it could be because people mad or hurting, or sometimes they like that,
Yeah. I know I've experienced it as well. Seen it in the workplace. I've seen it at school, and I've seen it in sports. Especially if some of the things that I've seen is you get bullied if you don't get any playing time. You don't, or if you're not as talented as other players or whatever. So I'm pretty sure that's what you've seen that as well, right?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Bullying isn't just words; it leaves scars.
One act of kindness can change everything.
Stand up, speak out, be kind.
Stop bullying.
What do you think, what do you think is the reason some of these people do that?
Because they're angry, or most of the time it don't beat them. They just do it just cause for fun. The reason.
Yeah. So what do you think, some changes that can be made to help prevent it? Do you have any ideas?
I know a lot of adults and the grown-ups be seeing it before it start, but they don't They don't stop it before it gets too bad. They only stop it when it get bad.
So, and that was gonna be my follow-up question: is what do you want to see change, like in school or like wherever you see it? Like, what do you want to see change in school or in your neighborhoods to help prevent it?
Stopping the bullying before it gets too bad.
Yeah.
Because the teachers, they don't really care until it's an extremely bad situation and they have to take.
And it's too late.
Yeah.
So, when seeing someone get bullied, is there any? Whenever you saw, did you ever like take any action or?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But I can say sometimes I didn't, because it was like a real bad situation. Like, and
you had to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Understood. And I appreciate the honesty. Like, sometimes it is those situations that you got to kind of put your safety first. But I definitely was curious, like if you ever like took any action, I guess.
There was only like one time where it happened to me, and it was a big fight. It was me, my brother, a couple of my friends, my dad, and we was training at Total Sports, and it was like 15 people. They're Chaldeans. They was saying racial slurs to us, right? And then we went to grab the manager to defuse the problem.
Right.
And then they wasn't listening, and then they just started a fight, and then everything escalated after that.
Oh wow, that sounds crazy. I'm glad y'all got out of there.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, what's some advice you would give to someone your age, that may be getting bullied or that knows someone that's getting bullied?
Tell someone, or stand up for yourself. Because 99% of the time, if you stand up for yourself, they gonna stop.
Got you. Okay. I appreciate, you coming on and giving us your point of view of everything. This is Derek and MJ with Ask the Messengers, and we're out of here.
Have you ever experienced bullying and come out stronger, or are you still on your journey of healing? Your story could inspire others to find hope, strength, and understanding. We're inviting you to share your bullying experience in a short video, whether you are a teen facing challenges or an adult looking back on what you've overcome. Your voices matter. Here's how to participate. Record a short video, 3 to 5 minutes, sharing your story. Be as open and honest as you feel comfortable. Then email your video to askthemessengers@gmail.com. You'll be contacted if your video is selected. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels seen, valued, and supported. Your story could help someone realize that you're not alone, and let's stand together against bullying and build a world of kindness and understanding.
Would you like to help us save lives? You can do so by partnering with us here at Ask the Messengers by making a donation of any amount. The people in your communities need your support. Help us extend our reach and impact more lives. Supporting our organization is as easy as a click of a button. Just visit our site shown on the screen from your phone or computer where you will see a yellow donation button. Ask the Messengers is waiting on your partnership, and your community is waiting on you.
If you prefer mailing your donations, send your check or money order payable to Ask the Messengers TV show and send it to 18400 Schaefer Highway, Detroit, Michigan 48235. Well, that concludes this week's episode of Ask the Messengers, and we're asking you to take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you to our guests today, and we hope the information shared will be of some help to you, your family, and your community. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, stay strong, stay kind, and keep standing for what's right. See you next time, right here on Ask the Messengers.